thank you for joining me for my first ever YouTube video. I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram and tons of people gave me so many questions. I am so flattered that you guys even want to know so much about little old me. But thank you for tuning in, and if you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. The more you guys support, the more it motivates me to create these videos for you. So, Q&A as promised. Let's see. SAR004 asked, how old are you? I am 28 years old. Rayan _ Bezoid said, what's your height? Everybody asks me what's my height. Is it really that important? I'm short. I'm like 5'1", barely. I always tell people like, oh, I'm 5'1" on a good day. Jade Devereaux 73 said, where are you from? Born in San Diego, lived in the Bay Area-ish for a while, went to high school in Manteca, California. Shout out to the Manteca peeps that might be watching. If you've never heard of it, there's nothing there to hear about. And then I lived in Fresno for a year. I lived in LA for about 3 years. And last year I moved to Vegas. The next question is _tone_91 said, what's your ethnicity? Okay, I need to pull it up. So I did 23andMe and I got the exact breakdown of my ethnicity. I will, like put it here or something like people do. Basically 50% Filipino and 50% European. The European is German, Irish, French, British. Yeah, that's it. Dan _M15 asked, are you single? Oh, everyone asked me this one. Yes, I am currently single. Brian Pra with 2 A's said, what made you create an OnlyFans account? So, in my last relationship, it wasn't okay for me to have an OnlyFans. Some guys are okay with it, some are not, total respect. So when that relationship ended, I was like, okay, why don't I capitalize? I have a platform already to promote it. Made one, it's doing so good right now. In 7 days, I was in the top 0.8%. And that's just so motivating to know, to get that, percentage and know I'm actually doing so good at it. You guys, link below, join my OnlyFans, don't miss out, hot content on there every day. And I only send out things once, so don't miss out. DSJ with 5 Ys said, do you think pineapple should go on pizza? Yes. Pineapple on pizza. I might have to get that later today. That's making me hungry. 420696969 said, if you were able to eat lunch with any person, who would it be? So, I've actually been asked this before, and I know the person I would have lunch with, if I could have lunch with any person, would be my future self. So like, my elderly self. And I would have lunch with them, or I would have lunch with her, and I would just ask her, hey, like, what should I focus on? What should I truly focus on in life, Maybe, obviously lessons I'll have to learn on my own, but it would be really cool to just have that perspective of my older self. That would be, like, mind blown. Kim.Fanyad said, are you 100% natural or did you do surgery? Well, I'm totally gonna save that for another video because a lot of people ask that, and that could be like a whole 15-minute segment, and I'll tell you guys all about it. Full disclosure, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my 100% natural or did you get surgery story. AN5A, 5U, 5HA said, how did you get into modeling? So, let's see, about a year and a half ago, I decided, let me do some bottle service when I moved to Vegas. You know, start grinding right away and get some money. So I realized that, okay, you need photos. You need to have a portfolio. So I went and I took some photos with the first person I ever really shot with was 50mm Photo. I can link him below. He's an amazing photographer. Everything's so crystal clear. He's done a lot of my recent stuff. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, I need some photos. And he saw the potential in me and he was like, girl, like, let's get you some photos. And it was my first photo shoot. Like, it wasn't good. But I appreciate all the time he took with me to help warm me up. So we did get some photos and posted them online on my Instagram. And then I kind of realized, whoa, hold on. These sexy photos are like, you know, making my Instagram kind of pop. Like I'm getting follows, getting comments, so I kind of stuck with it and stayed with the sexy photos, and that definitely 100% helped grow my Instagram very quickly. Xtion_Gray said, is there any way at all I can be the oil guy next photo shoot? So me and Bagley Photo were just talking about this yesterday at our shoot, that it would be kind of convenient to have an oil person, because me spraying the oil on, it gets on my hands, and then when I'm shooting or I'm grabbing something, I'm just sliding. So it would kind of be convenient to have an oil person to just, you know, spray me down every 20 minutes or so. So if you do want to be my oil person, comment below and tell me why you're qualified to be my oil person, and I will look over your submission. David S.023 said, would you date a 16-year-old? I'm 28. No, I would not date a 16-year-old. Rigo_7_10 said, any advice on how to ask a girl out that you just met? So me personally, I probably wouldn't ask her out right away. I would probably get to know her a little bit, you know, send her good morning texts, ask how her day is going, at least for a few days, I guess. And then I would probably ask if I could take her out to eat. And see what she says. I think that will work. Andu_06 said, I have a problem with my girlfriend. She's a virgin. How do I approach her? Well, I mean, it sounds like you don't deserve her, okay? If she's not ready, then she's not ready. So you either gotta wait or you gotta move on. And definitely don't pressure her at all, because that's just wrong. Delbo Kevin said, speak Tagalog? ? I wish I spoke Tagalog. My mom did not teach me. As I said, I lived in a mixed household, so my dad was European and my mom was full Filipino. So she didn't really have anyone around to speak Tagalog to, except for on the phone, maybe to family. So I didn't really hear it that often, and she told me that I didn't want to learn really. Maybe I was being stubborn, but I do wish that I knew Tagalog. And it's not too late. I could teach myself, you know. I did try to do those little apps for a little bit before. I probably know like 20 words, and they're like all bad ones, mostly bad ones. JYA81 said, what's the David Copperfield story? Okay, on my story months ago, I said, random fun fact, I've kissed David Copperfield. So, okay, I was on a date and I went to his magic show, and miraculously, I was the person that got randomly selected to go on stage for his magic trick. And I was so nervous, and I was standing there and it's dark, like you just see lights at you and like a little bit of people, you can't really see. All of a sudden, someone comes up to me out of nowhere, because the crew, like they're dressed all black, like you can't see them. He comes up to me and says, when David Copperfield comes up to you, give him a kiss. And I was like, what? I was like, give him a kiss? And he's like, yeah, give him a kiss. I was like, oh, okay. And then, so David Copperfield comes up to me to whatever, shake my hand or whatever, and leans in, and pure pressure, I guess, I kissed him. He bamboozled me into this. I gave him a kiss, I had sticky lip gloss on, and I seen he had to go backstage and his crew or makeup artist or whatever, like, took it off for him before he came back out. And that was weird. He's older, he's a lot older, so that's kinda, but no tongue. I mean, it was just like a peck, you know? Like, let me not be dramatic right now. It was a peck. AK Trey said, could you be with a guy if he was striding toward his goals but not there yet, like myself? Totally, oh my God. If two people are like motivating each other and like down to like build something big, I'm all about that. I don't care like what point you are at, as long as you're seeing the bigger picture and you have the big goals in mind and you're down to grow together. Like, that's so dope. I'm all about like building an empire with my partner. Jordan Prophet said, what's your ideal date? Okay, it depends, because if it's somebody that I trust and I'm like down with, my ideal date would, wait, can I say this on YouTube? My ideal date with my man would be to just, you know, be intimate and then go eat or watch a movie, like in that order, like, yes, fire. But okay, my ideal first date would be, I guess, a cute dinner or a cute brunch or lunch. Something like that, where you could just sit and actually talk and get to know the person. Bobo DDDYY said, the homie asked if 4 inches is enough. Okay. So let's see, 4 inches. I'll be right back, hold on. I just went all the way upstairs to get you this. Okay, let's see. Oh. I mean, okay, so I'm pretty sure the average female vagina is only 5 inches deep. So, I mean, I will say this. I think it's gonna depend on the girth. So if you're 4 inches and you're skinny down there, I mean, that kind of sucks, but I mean, you better put in some work, you know, you better get down on the oral. You can make up for it. It could work. It could work. If you're 4 inches and you got some girth, then you're probably cool. You're probably cool, yeah. I hope that answers that question. W Receiver said, what was your first tattoo? Oh, okay, so I got all my tattoos when I was like 18 and 19. So I'm in the process of getting some of them removed. The most painful thing I've ever been through in my whole life. I've been through some painful things, and that is definitely the worst, but I think it's because it's on my ankle, which is like super sensitive. Anyway, my first tattoo, this right here, a heart lock. Geo Rose Studios said, do you believe in aliens? Yes, I believe in aliens because the universe is like unbelievably big, and there is no way, in my mind, in my opinion, there is no way that just this little itty bitty dot, little tiny thing called Earth is the only thing in the whole entire galaxy that's within galaxies, that's within other galaxies. Like, how is it possible that this one little tiny planet is the only thing with living creatures? I don't know about that. I don't think so. No way. I believe in aliens, yes. Andreas._. Lanza said, what breed and gender is your dog? I've seen it in some stories. I think it's cute. Oh, Mimi. Okay, she's not freshly groomed. Okay. This is little Mimi. Mimi is a Maltese. She's a girl. And she's 8 years old. Hi, Mimi. I put a little bell on her so I know where her little butt is when she's going around the house. Mimi, they said you're cute. Aww. Excuse her hair. She has to get groomed like a lot, once a week. Hanok.m said, favorite place you visited. So the favorite place I've visited is Maldives. Like, I guess I'm kind of like a, what's the word? Like, not introvert, but I kind of like to lay low, you know? Like, I kind of like to be in my own little, you know, zone, in my own little bubble or whatever. So in Maldives, overwater bungalow, nobody inside, just ocean, maybe like a little island back there, but blue, the most blue, clear waters, white, soft sand, just literally my own island, it felt like. So I loved it. Oh my God, and snorkeling. The snorkeling was amazing. Guchin_Sam said, do you have insecurities? Yes. Everybody, you know, seems so confident online, but we all have insecurities. I guess my insecurities would be my tattoos because they're so old. Maybe like my arms a little bit because sometimes they look kind of chunky. Like the little like banana rolls or something that I might sometimes have on my thighs. Maybe my tummy if I like just ate or something and I got a little pooch. But yeah, as confident as people seem online, like we all have our insecurities. You guys are probably thinking like, oh, she doesn't have fat arms, is she crazy? Like, it's just everyone magnifies their own insecurities in their minds. Dr. Boyanov said, would you rather know the time or the cause of your death? The time or the cause? Okay, so I would rather know the time of my death because then I could freaking go skydiving, do all kinds of stuff, and I'll know like, oh, I'm not gonna die until this date. So yeah, cause of your death, I guess it doesn't really matter because once you're dead, but I would like to know the time of my death. And then hopefully the cause of my death is not painful, and hopefully the cause of my death is old age when I'm very, very old. That is all the time I have to give for today, you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you want to hear about my surgery or all natural story time. And thanks for tuning in, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys.